Now just 2 days away from the 50-year anniversary of the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Of course, that happened in Dallas in 1963. And the Kennedy who is carrying on the legacy is in South Florida tonight. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is speaking in Fort Lauderdale, but hours ago he spoke at Broward College to students and faculty at a fireside chat with students there. And he told them that he, too, is carrying on the legacy. Our senior political reporter Michael Putney has more.
Been interested in the environment from when I was a little kid, and in fact when I was 8 years old I wrote my uncle, President Kennedy, a letter asking if I could come see him to talk about environmental pollution, and he invited me to the White House and had me to the Oval Office.
RFK Jr., the son of Robert and Ethel Kennedy, says his uncle, the president, encouraged him to study the environment and to defend the poor who are harmed by pollution.
4 out of every 5 toxic waste dumps in America is a black neighborhood. The largest toxic waste dump in America is Emile, Alabama, which is 85% black. The highest concentration of toxic waste dumps in America is the south side of Chicago, which is a black neighborhood.
In his remarks, Kennedy didn't mention the upcoming 50th anniversary of the JFK assassination. So later, I asked him about it. On Friday, on the 22nd, the 50th anniversary of the president's assassination, how will you and your family observe that?
Well, my family likes to observe or likes to remember the president on his birthday rather than the day he died, and to remember the things that he represented in his life. And actually, coincidentally, my father's birthday was the 20th, and so so we celebrate the Robert F. Kennedy Memorial. It has its big gala every year, and it happens to be on Friday of this year. And I think that's an appropriate way for us to remember President Kennedy, too.
So this is going to be an especially difficult day for Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and the Kennedy family, remembering the assassination of John F. Kennedy 50 years ago, and also the murder of Bobby Kennedy in June 1968. And Laurie and Calvin, for my generation, for me, those were 2 life-changing events that we will never forget.
I can only imagine the reaction from students today.
And Michael, did you talk about JFK's visit to Miami shortly before his death?
We did not, Laurie. It's a good question, as we all know that he was here. Monday was the 50th anniversary of JFK's visit to Miami. We did talk about John F. Kennedy and his legacy as a fighter for peace, and how, according to his nephew, he wanted to get out of Vietnam by 1965.
All right, some turbulent times, too. Michael Putney, live for us at Broward College. Thanks a lot, Michael.